In this video, I'm going to show you how to create vertical stripes and double board stockinette. Here's what the wrap looks like. On the particular project I'm working on, we are having vertical stripes, so there's red left and right, and a cable panel up the center. Don't worry, the cable panel is shown in a separate video if you want to learn how to do it. The whole panel is 19 stitches, but the cable detail takes place over the center 9. For this video, we're going to concentrate on getting the vertical stripes. They are completely reversible. They look the same front and back on the fabric, and it's nice and soft. The wrap that we're using does make a little bit of a stiff spot where the two colors join, but not very much of one. There are some other ways to accomplish this that would make a stiffer spot, that is. Every time a stripe ends or abuts another stripe, there is one skipped stitch from the ordinary stockinette wrap that the other color will take up, and that is what locks the two pieces of knitting together, making them a single piece of knitting. So starting at the right, I'm wrapping the red segment, but I'm wrapping beginning on its leftmost peg. Normal stockinette wrap across, and the knitting over will be normal too. The only difference is we've left a spot for the white to lock into the red. So there's a red pair of pegs, a white pair of pegs, and then the rest is red, and it is knitted over like ordinary stockinette. If you just randomly chose what to wrap first, there would be the possibility of getting mixed up very easily if you got interrupted as to what portion of the row had been wrapped, because we're not doing it all at once. We're doing it color by color. So for this project, I recommend being very systematic. I began with the right-hand red piece, and once I have wrapped that, and I'm going ahead and knitting it over as soon as it's done, now we have red stitches overlapping white ones. See them there on the right? But once I have wrapped the white area, catching the empty peg left by the red for my white, I've skipped a peg that I would normally use and left that for the red, and the white is into the red space. See, there's the normal wrap, but instead we skip one set of pegs, wrap over to the next set, creating a little bit longer zigzag, and then wrap back normally. In this instance, there is also a red vertical stripe at the left edge of the white work. So we will repeat the same operation in reverse, skipping a peg at the left for the red stripe to hook in, and moving one stitch into the red with the white. Now, on the left edge of the white panel, there are white stitches over red, which is how the most recent wrap will always appear above the other one. So that will tell me, if I glance at the loom after a period of time away, that the right stripe has been knitted, the center stripe has been knitted, but since the red stripe on the left has not yet overlapped those stitches on the left edge of the white panel, the leftmost red stripe has not yet been wrapped and knitted. So, quick review. The right panel is complete. Then I have white stitches overlapping the red on the right. That means the center panel is complete, but I also have white stitches overlapping red on the left. That means the left panel has not been done yet, and that is what we will do next. Since this panel does not have a stripe to its left, beginning at the left is the normal stockinette wrap, and only at the right will I skip a stitch to allow the white yarn to use that peg, and then move into the space that's already been started by the white, that is, in order to use one red peg and lock the fabrics together. To get vertical stripes, every row is wrapped in exactly the same way that I have wrapped this one. So is the cast on. But there is one little refinement that I should make you aware of. Do you see how all of my working yarns are extending out the back of the loom? The final stitch on each row is on the front board. Of course, stockinette may be successfully wrapped with either board as the first stitch and either board as the last stitch. It's just personal preference, and I'm not even consistent about it. But in this instance, I think having the last stitch on the front board, the board near you, allows the working yarns to extend out the back. And since there are 3 of them, it keeps them out of your way and easier to keep untangled.